Welcome back to the MMA Explorers. Today, let's get started with Magomed Ankalaev fires back at Alex Pereira after UFC PI accusation. Light heavyweight champion Magomed Ankalaev didn't hold back after Alex Pereira accused him of hiding at the UFC Performance Institute. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like on this video. To support the channel, let's aim for 1,000 likes. Taking to X, Ankalaev blasted Pereira and reminded fans of their first fight. "This clown who I'm fighting said I'm hiding from him. I'm giving him a rematch, and he should be very grateful. I whooped him for 5 rounds, and I did everything I wanted to him during the fight. Let's focus on fighting and not trash talking." Ankalaev doubled down by pointing out Pereira's knockout losses. "This guy has been knocked out 3 times in his career. I never been knocked down. This time I will give him his 4th knockout." End of the story. He closed his rant with a sharp warning. Don't talk too much. One way to the tar shop after this fight. Later, Alex Pereira trolls Magomed Ankalaev with barking dog video. Merab Dvalishvili says he'd be fighting in PFL without Aljamain Sterling. Merab Dvalishvili revealed just how important teammate Aljamain Sterling has been to his UFC career. Speaking recently, Dvalishvili admitted that without Sterling by his side as a training partner, he likely would have taken a different path.
What does your career look like if there is no Aljamain Sterling and you don't get to train with him daily like that?
Oh man, I don't know. I could be somewhere PFL now. Sorry.
He was that important to your career. He was that important.
Of course, you know.
Conor McGregor continues training for UFC White House event. Despite no official fight announcement, Conor McGregor is staying locked in at the gym as he prepares for the historic UFC White House card. Max Holloway admits mixed emotions after KO of Justin Gaethje. After delivering one of the most spectacular knockouts of the year against Justin Gaethje, former featherweight champion Max Holloway admitted he was caught between the excitement of the moment and the pain of what it meant for his opponent.
He's just a great dude, you know, and to be on the winning side of history is always great, but to do it against a guy like Justin was, I mean, I was hyped in the moment, but then when it all sank in, like I like him as a person, so. You know, it definitely sucked, but I mean, it's definitely one of the moments it's one of the moments in the history books forever, so that's cool.
Merab Dvalishvili submits Demetrius Johnson in sparring. Merab Dvalishvili continues to sharpen his skills ahead of his next fight, and this time, it came at the expense of one of the sport's all-time greats. In a recent training session, Dvalishvili managed to submit former UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson during sparring.
I was caught off guard and impressed.
Rashad Evans on Jon Jones and the UFC White House card. Former UFC light heavyweight champion Rashad Evans weighed in on the idea of Jon Jones fighting on the historic UFC White House card. Speaking with Mike Bone, Evans suggested the UFC should make Jones beg a little bit before granting him a spot. You gotta make him beg a little bit so that way you know he's buying all the way in. Make him plead his case, and that way you get him to totally buy in, so there are going to be none of those antics. You know he's going to be showing up to practice, showing up to make sure he's the best he can be for that fight. Paddy Pimblett says Arman Tsarukyan is a tougher fight for me than Ilia Topuria. Paddy Pimblett believes Arman Tsarukyan presents a bigger challenge for him than featherweight champion Ilia Topuria. Speaking with Eldoberdon MMA, Pimblett explained,
I think stylistically Arman's a tougher fight than Ilia. I do. He's more of a proper lightweight. He's I think he's got better grappling than Ilya. So Ilya has better striking, yeah. But I just think stylistically for me, styles make fights. Everyone fights each other different, and I just think stylistically I'm going to be a tougher fight for me.
Merab Dvalishvili goes off on Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab Dvalishvili didn't hold back when speaking to Daniel Cormier on his YouTube channel about Umar Nurmagomedov's recent comments. After the UFC gave him a high-ranked guy, Corey Sandhagen, he started talking shit and being disrespectful to me and some other fighters. To my face, he said, "You're old. Dominic Cruz is old. Henry Cejudo is old. I want to fight you." I said, "I want to fight for the belt, not fight you down in the rankings." He's spoiled. Jon Jones going to personally coach Gable Steveson on path to UFC heavyweight champion. Jon Jones has confirmed he will take Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson under his wing, with the goal of molding him into a future UFC heavyweight champion. "It's not a matter of if he can become a UFC champion, it's a matter of when," Jones said. "I've had many great teammates over the years, but I've always said if I would ever be a coach, it would have to be a wrestler who was completely committed to success. I found my guy, and I'm excited to add World Championship coach to my resume." Jizzy Prochazka shows final preparations ahead of UFC 320 clash. New footage has emerged of Jizzy Prochazka in the final stages of his training camp as he gears up for his fight against Khalil Roundtree at UFC 320. Conor McGregor demands $100 million for UFC White House fight. Conor McGregor has set the bar sky high for his potential return at the historic UFC White House event. Before we continue, help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers here on MMA Explorers. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notification so you don't miss any of our daily MMA content. Posting on X, the former two-division champion outlined his staggering demands: $100 million to fight at the White House, along with 100 US golden visas for myself and family and friends. I look very forward to entertaining the fighting world once again, a pleasure I never take for granted. Let's wrap it up for the day. Thanks for watching.